Hey everybody, it's your boy O to the Z. And as I always say in my description, I didn't put it in this description this time. As a baby boomer and a content creator, I still have to work a 9 to 5. So you're hanging out with me for a little while I do this job. And during that time, I also do other things. Um, I may record a short or a reel or a remix or something while I'm doing that because I do not just sit at a desk and just work on my career job, uh, but I also make sure that I'm still creating content. It's very important to me. It's something I enjoy doing. So you're getting the scruffy beard, you're getting the holy T-shirt. This is like my favorite content outfit to wear when I'm around my house. And you're gonna, get a chance to see kind of what I deal with here on a daily basis because it gets busy around here. Hey, Carol. Hey, Arup. From India. All right. How do I get my teacher fired? Oh man, I used to be a teacher. I can actually tell you how to do that. Alex, hey, how you doing? Pink Palm Puff, I love that name. Imran, hello. Tamil Nadu, where's that at, Alex? Tamil Nadu, that's in India, huh? And hey, dark, hey, love from the United States to India. Namaste, Kimsho. If you're from northern India, Kimsho. Yeah, I know a little bit of Hindi. uh, I look like I'm a fun guy. Well, I'd like to think that that would be awesome if people saw that from me. If you go to my shorts, my YouTube shorts, it's pretty much what I do. I used to be a stand-up comedian for about 4 years, way back. Didn't couldn't focus on that. Oh, more people from India. It's dark. It is afternoon here. It is now. Let's see, what time is it? It is almost 2 p.m. Eastern time here where I am. But no, you're kidding. Raul, I didn't even see what you said you're kidding about. Um, but Salam, Imran, Salam, Assalamu alaikum, if you speak Arabic. It's 7 p.m. where Buplop is, 11 p.m. in India. Oh, um, wow. Hey, Norway. Hey, thank you. Hey, how you doing? And we have Hamid from Pakistan and Uncle Bridge. I appreciate you saying that. Love back to you guys. Wa alaikum salam, Imran. Wa alaikum salam. Yes. So I speak a little bit of multiple languages. Not a lot. I'm not fluent in really any of them. Maybe more Spanish than any of them, but I'm only fluent in English, to be honest. And King of the Free Fire from Pete from Italy. Listen, if you ask anybody what my favorite foods are, it's pizza along with chicken wings. I love pizza. I'm just learning how to make pizza from scratch. So it is. I look like Mike Tyson. I'll take that as a compliment, man. The guy's a superstar, right? Number one. Number two, he can fight. Even at his age, he's my age and he can fight. You know, Birat Smajli, Smajli, is it Smajli? God bless you too, brother. Thank you. What's my name? Imran asked me. My name is Oz, literally Oz, O-Z, like a wizard. If you've ever seen an old movie called The Wizard of Oz, uh, I am Oz. Yes. And oh, Tumelo, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. I hope you like my funny videos, and I hope you like some of the recipes that I put up. I try to put up some pretty good recipes all the time. Well, Italian food is one of my favorites by far, King. I just love making different Italian foods. I'm still learning some, but I try to make things like I can make bagna quadra now. And you said you're a police officer. Nice, nice. I have cousins that were police officers. But the bagna quadra, if you ever heard of that, that's a very tough oil to make. It's not easy, and so I made bagna quadra. Yeah. Uh, Namaste from India again, Mankesh Thakur. Namaste. Um, I don't have any real religion per se, Imran. Um, I have been Christian. I have also been in Islam. I have been Muslim, and I think I'll always be Muslim in that way. In that once you're Muslim, you're kind of always a Muslim. But I'm not a strict follower of the religion. I believe more in just following the spirit of God. You know the that concept. I think religion puts too many limits on things, and it can make us hate people, which I don't ever want to do. Is to hate people. So, and thank you, King, for subscribing. I appreciate it. But yeah, so not so much a fan of the religion, but I've practiced them. I've practiced them. Yes, Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, and I've even been ordained in one of them as a minister. But I find religion tends to limit people and creates bias. And I think that's what keeps us apart in this world. And we need more love um, than we need separation. Yes. He said your name is Saeed. Saeed Hassan. Saeed. Well, in Arabic, my name would be Yahya. Yahya in Arabic. Uh huh. And yes, I am your brother and you are my brother. Indeed. Indeed. Thank you for saying that. Uh huh. I appreciate you all being here. As I said, I'm from the United States. I was born in Pennsylvania. I currently live in Georgia. And I am planning in a couple of years to move overseas. Um, and I don't know where yet. I'm looking at different places right now. I'm not sure where I want to go. Costa Rica sounds fun. Um, I'd like to go and stay in Egypt for a little while just because I'd like to spend some time in the culture there. And I am going on a trip in April to Portugal and Morocco. So I will be there. The scriptures are 30,000 years. What you have to say about that? Sanatan scriptures are 30 years, 30,000 years. What do you have to say about that? Yahya, Allah, salam, salam. Um, hey, Jessica. Hi. Thanks for joining. You know, it's good. Written word is good no matter how old they are and what region they came from. The words are good. It's the people that are in control of the religions that make it bad. That part I don't like. I wish that people would get beyond the control, man and his ego. Just get beyond that because it's never good. It's never good. But the words are so good. I don't care what scripture you read, the words are good. And the differences between the different religions are so small. But yet they were created, these differences, to just keep man apart. And so I think that's why a lot of people turn towards Buddhism because it doesn't have that. But then again, in with other religions, by Buddhism having multiple gods, then they look down on that. See, there's that separation. I don't think it should be. Wait a minute. Bivol says what the Vedic scriptures. It is a spiritual text. There's a way of life. Yes, yes. Yes, Imran. So we are all brothers. Yes, and I love that that it is that way. You know that it's scriptures just on how to live life. That's what I mean. Just that way. But do I have to be a part of the religion to believe that? Right? And I say the answer is no, because it just creates so many problems. I did brush my teeth. They're not white. I understand that, but you know what? That's because I smoke. That's bad for me, but my teeth aren't perfectly white. My thoughts on Sonia Massey. Sonia Massey. Um, well, you know, it's a shame. As a Black American, um, it is a common thing amongst us, unfortunately, here in America. Too many of us are killed by police for no reason. Too many children, lately women. Um, but with Sonia Massey, it seems that that police officer should have never been a police officer. He had a prior record with in being kicked out of the armed services. This guy was looking for trouble. There's stories coming out that they had killed her little cousin, 4 years old, few months before that, and apparently she was vocal about that, and so they kind of target her. I think it's going to come out, but it's a shame that that had to happen. I love you too dearly. I love you dearly. Thank you. And good evening, Kenneth. Yeah, that's right, Kenneth. Just follow God. And I always say to people, I say the God of your understanding, because as I told a group of Christian preachers once, I said, instead of filling the church, your job should be to empty the church. If you're focused on emptying the church, that means you're focused on helping build people build their own relationship with God. And that is what it's supposed to be about. Every one person having their own relationship with God. So if I'm doing my job right, people come to a building, I teach them what I know, they end up learning more on their own and they leave. And that's a good thing. So we should be, uh, you know, all developing our own relationship with God, the gods that we understand. Yes, India is very ancient. Oh, listen, the planet, our cultures have been so mixed up over the years, over these many hundreds of years. Again, I feel a lot of people who want to create chaos amongst people did that. But all of these cultures have ancient histories. Scotland, oh, no way. Wow. I'm supposed to take a food trip to Scotland. I'm looking forward to doing that. Can't wait to get there. Um, and what did you get bullied for? That's interesting, Kenneth. You said you were bullied there, a small country. Um, what did people bully you for there? That's a shame. I was bullied, very much bullied when I was a child. I got beat up a lot actually as a child. I wouldn't fight. I couldn't fight, and I refused to fight when I was a child. I didn't fight back until I was about 13 years old, maybe 14. I started to fight. Um, but anyway, Scotland, we're supposed to go there for a food tour soon. And I talked to an Irish guy just 2 days ago at a store here who said to make sure when I come to Ireland and Scotland that I have a Guinness. So I'm looking forward to that. God's prayer, love and light, same to you. Nordic Star, nine boyfriends in a polygamous relationship. I'm not mad at you. Again, everyone has their right to be and do what they want to do and be. Um, do what is good for you and what works for you, and no one else can judge you. The story that I tell to people is, imagine that it's your funeral and everybody is there that says they like you and love you, family, friends, acquaintances, but then they close the casket, and let me tell you, no one is getting in the casket with you, right? No. You came into the earth alone. You will leave out of the earth alone. And what you do in between those times is strictly your business. Strictly your business. So I have one wife. I was married before, but this is my second marriage. And my first wife and I are still very good friends. So that makes me happy. And all of my children with my new wife, we've been together 18 years, and they're all friends with her, and she's friends with them, and that's good. Um, but again, every ex girlfriend that I had, plus my ex wife, were all still friends, all except for one girlfriend. But over my many years of living, I've still been able to keep relationships with all of them as friends because again, I don't believe in doing anything bad to people. Um, 50 press ups, no excuses. Jehovah's, are you challenging me to do 50 push ups? Let me know. I don't even know if I can do 5 push ups, but let me know. I'll try. 50 press ups? Oh my gosh, my arms would be so sore. I need to do more exercise though, because I sit down for my job and I sit down mostly to make create content, except when I'm cooking. We say, man, Cash, ignore him. Ignore. She's confused. Yeah. So, uh, Uncle Bridge, you say try it. Are you guys gonna hang out with me while I try to do some push-ups? Let me know. Oh my gosh, I should give it a try. I don't know if my dogs will let me. I don't know if my dogs will let me do a push-up without coming and jumping on me. I'll give it a try though. If you guys want to see, I'll try. Oh man, I didn't expect this today. Um, well, let's see. I'll take my phone stand, and I guess you'll have to be in my office here with me. The key is going to be getting down and off the floor. Leave it. Leave it, puppy. Okay. All right. You gonna let Daddy get on the floor? Okay. Let me get down. Watch out. Okay. All right. I'm gonna give it a chance. Here we go. I don't know if I can do this. I haven't done this in so long. One, two, three. Okay, let me get on my knees. Oh, that's hard. I haven't done that in many years. Look, my dog, he doesn't want me to do anything. My dog is picky. That was only 3 push-ups. Kendrick, oh, well, Kendrick's a young man. I'm not. Kendrick did a bunch. Oh, yeah, I tried it. But hey, what that does is encourage me to exercise more. I need to. I am older, so my dog, that one, his name is Kez, Kez, and that is short for Kensington. And we call him Kensington because um, people used to call me Ossington, and my family used to call me Kev. So I just combined the two and named him Kensington. And he has a daughter that we have here as well. Maybe she'll come in. Uh, Samir is also from India. Namaste. um, from India, from the United States to India. Um, yeah, maybe go get Lady, Kez. Go get your baby, Kez. Where's Lady? Go get Lady. Maybe he'll go get her. We'll see. Hopefully he will. So yeah. Anyway, that was interesting. Only spring water. I do look homeless. I actually have been homeless before. That was a very rough time for me. Very rough. I also was a person that was in a very bad car accident, and they said I'd never walk again. But guess what? I walk, I run a little, and I have a home. I have a beautiful home. So, but thank you. Just because of the gruffy beard. Trust me, when I shave and put oil on there and everything and brush it, it looks very nice. I don't look so homeless. And then I don't wear these kind of clothes outside. Oh, thank you, Cherry Bill Tate. Little Cherry Bill Tate. Interesting name. Um, Thank you, Uncle Bridge, and you enjoy the rest of your day as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Sincerely, I do appreciate you. I appreciate you all. This is fun. I didn't expect this. I've been on my live a couple of times and hardly anyone came along. So uh Iran, assalamu alaikum. Wow, all the way from Iran, Poland, India, Norway. This is awesome. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you so much. I'm here in the U.S., the land of crazy. That's what it is right now. It's a crazy land. Um, and true man, Cash, always with me. And oh yeah, and that's right. Can't forget Scotland. Thank you. It's raining here too, by the way. Very, very, very rainy. No, no, no. There's no bad questions. It's okay to ask me. Um, oh, and thank you so much, Little Cherry, Bill Tate. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Yeah, no, there's no bad questions. No one can ask me anything bad. I'm a very open person, and I like to think with being alive as long as I've been alive that I've got some pretty good advice. So I'm here to give advice as well. As I said, I used to be a public school teacher. I only taught for 6 years, and that's when I had my accident. Um, and so I don't teach anymore. I had to figure out how to do that. Um, so I don't know who India's prime minister is, by the way. But if I read here, it says Shri Narendra Modi. Does that sound about right? Shri Narendra Modi? I don't know that person. Very interested in that though. Um, Let me see. I made sabudana khichdi. I did. I made sabudana khichdi, which is a popular dish in India, right? And what I learned was that most people eat it as a breakfast dish or out and about dish. So I made that. Narendra, Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India. Ah, he's got a white beard like mine. His looks better than mine. 73. Yeah, all right. See, he's worked his way up to being the prime minister as well. That's pretty cool. Oh, Samir, that is such a wonderful offer. Thank you for that. And I would love to visit. Um, yes, Panda. Hi, by the way. I am registered to vote. And I see that you support Donald Trump. I don't know who I support right now. I'm not happy with either candidate. Um, they all say they need our vote, right? But I'm not sure about who I yet want to vote for. It's a very tough decision. On one hand, you have somebody that can be liked by the world. On the other hand, most of the world doesn't like the other candidate, excuse me. And being a Black American is very tough because we're so affected by everything, and we are the least proactive um, community. Unfortunately, Blacks in America aren't as united as we need to be, like everyone else. We need to be united, and we're not. And no matter who I vote for, unfortunately, my particular people will be treated unfairly. And with that say, I'll give you some old school rappers, Samir. Give me a sec here. And with that said, um, I'm also very Native American. My mother's side has always been here. So my mother's side wasn't a part of the slave trade. My father's side was, from what I understand, but my mother's side was never. So I was raised more as a Native American called Seminole Indian. So um, still, though, America sees me as Black. So everywhere else, my wife is from the Caribbean. My father's side has Caribbean, and those people they didn't even understand what Black was in Africa. They don't say that, right? So I don't even know what Black is. It's not a race, but old school rappers. So my favorite is Redman, Method Man. Those are two of my favorite rappers, old school. Missy Elliott, who's on tour right now, is another of my favorite. I like Tupac. I like Snoop. I like some Tupac and I like some Snoop Dogg and a little bit of Notorious B.I.G. Not a huge Notorious B.I.G. fan. I was a sort of a West Coast and Midwest fan, so I liked groups like Crucial Conflict out of Chicago. Twista is one of my favorite rappers out of Chicago. Um, Twista is Busta Rhymes. Yeah, I like people with complex styles. You know, uh, yeah, Biggie. Yeah, Biggie was something, man. It's a shame that the things that happen here that cause these young people to lose their lives. Horrible, horrible. Panda, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Ice Cube, West Coast. Yeah, Ice Cube is an interesting one because he made some powerful songs and he had a good voice when he was with NWA. But I respect Ice Cube more as a movie producer. He's doing a great job producing some movies. Yeah. But my new favorite rapper, and it's not because of what's going on between him and Drake, but Kendrick Lamar is one of my new favorite. Um, yeah, I love Kendrick Lamar. Um, yeah. Yes. Yes. Sidhu Muswala. I follow him on TikTok. Yes, yes. Oh man, Sidhu Muswala. Woo! I followed and it's not his page. I know that he's no longer with us, but I followed his. There was a page that was putting up some of his music that I followed. Um, but very impactful, very impactful, very impactful. Yeah, that's another one. Haven't studied Jelly Roll as much. I keep hearing his name. Um, I've been kind of listening lately. I have not been so much. This, I'm sorry. I'll finish my thought on Jelly Roll first. Then I want to get back to India. Um, so I haven't followed Jelly Roll as much, but I've been hearing his name a lot. So I kind of want to look into Jelly Roll and hear some of his music. I hear he's doing great stuff, and I heard he's on stage. He's brought up some really good people on stage with him too. Um, yeah, Sidhu is India's Tupac for sure. There is a young guy now out of India, and I forget his name. This dude is fire, killing it. I mean, his lyrics is just powerful. But he's more of a, commercial rap. It's not as much message like Sidhu, but definitely catchy music. Man, I have to go on TikTok to find out who that is, find his name. But oh, powerful. Love it, love it. Let me look up Jelly Roll right now because I kept saying I was going to do it and I haven't. Yeah, Jelly Roll. Jason Bradley DeFord. Where is he from? Tennessee. Got some wild stuff happening in Tennessee right now. I'll tell you that. Everybody's out there trying to fight for their individual identity these days. It keeps us separated. I think we just need to come together. Like, the worst thing that can happen for those powers that control so much would be if people just came together and stopped hating each other. Do you know what that would do, the impact it would have? I did it. Me and a guy were in Walmart here about a week ago, and he was very much a right person. And again, I'm not either side. I'm kind of just a floater in that world. Um, and we had a very nice talk. Thank you, Panda. I appreciate that. These are the last pair I have because my dogs ate the other ones. They broke them. They even started to break this one. I don't know if you can see, but started chewing on there. You see that? Yeah, my dogs, they're out of control. But I thank you very much. But yeah, he and I talked about that. We were there, in most scenarios, he and I probably wouldn't be walking on the same side of the street. But that night in Walmart, we agreed on a lot and we came together and we shook hands and hugged, and that was important. That's what I would like to see happen in this world. Um, oh, no friends in India? Oh, come on. I can't believe that. You seem too intelligent and too cool to not have friends. Um, yeah, you seem, yeah. Well, you will end up with lots of friends. Friends are both overrated and necessary. I say that weirdly. Overrated and necessary. And what I mean by that is that not everybody that comes along is a true friend. If I really look over my lifetime, I've only had three real friends. Two of them are deceased, unfortunately. Both died young. But one is and we've only been friends for about 6 or 7, no, maybe longer years, maybe longer now. But he's absolutely my best friend. Love him like my brother. Um, yeah. He said, Samir, I don't know what to think, man. Hey, crazy K character, mine. All right, hey, um, Samir. No, he's like the whole India is my friend. Okay. Well, I have three good friends in my lifetime, but I say they are necessary. But they can be overrated too, right? So the key is to just having good friends, solid people that you can count on. It's one of the things that I like. My name, Crazy K, is Oz, O-Z, like the Wizard of Oz. Everyone calls me Oz. Where are you from? Tell me where you're from, Crazy K. I'm in Georgia, outside of Atlanta. Carmen Watson. Hey, Carmen. Um, Samir, I have 6 children. I have 11 grandchildren, and I have 2 great grandchildren. I have a big family. You're from America too. Okay. All right, Carmen. Nice to have you. Nice to have you. I have had a sort of like a stepsister. Yeah, a stepsister named Carmen. I miss her dearly. She was from Chicago. Yeah, big family, Samir. Big family. All of my children had children except for one. I have one son that doesn't want to make children. But my daughter had three. My oldest son had five. That takes care of eight. My next son had two. That's 10. And no, no. So I have 12 grandchildren now, I think. Wait a minute. And he has two, so that makes 10. And then this one has one. That's 11. And then the baby one, he has one. So yeah, I have 12 grandchildren. Wow. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. I need you to guess. Just go ahead and guess. I know I look rough, but go ahead and guess. I'll wait. Hey, Abdal Kadir. Hey. All right, Carmen. You're 14. Carmen, then you and I shouldn't be talking. You're a minor. Panda, 45. All right. 14, I don't think we can talk. I know I'm not 23, but if you're 14, even though there's nothing bad, anything that goes on here, but I would ask that you go to a parent first to ask if you can be on this particular live. Um, yeah. Samir, what? No way. See, I don't know what to think about you now. If you have above two children, they can fire you from your job. I don't believe that. That can't be true. Well, I'm sorry, Carmen. Again, if you're 14, you're a minor, you know, and you know how that goes with adults and minors. So I don't I don't know about that. Fire you from your job because you have more than two children in India. That would be sad. India fire from. Oh, I see that somebody says that somebody there last month in June. That's crazy. It really did happen. A minor. Oh, that's true. They did fire a teacher there for having a third child. Wow. I wonder why. Why is that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really search. I want to know. I love learning. I love learning new stuff. Absolutely, I search for that for sure. You know, it is true. I see it. I see it. All right, Carmen, again, I'm going to ask. I mean, I don't know how to block you on here, and I certainly don't want to do that because my food videos are fun to watch, even for someone your age. But again, I just can't, interact with you like that. You are a minor, so I would need you to get a parent or someone to make sure that you're okay in this live chat. Okay. Um, my personality reminds you of Rwandan friend Musinga. Oh yeah. I hope they're a good person. That's the main thing. As long as they're a good person, I can accept that. Your grandfather had 11 children. Okay, and your father's the youngest one. Nice, nice. Yeah, I didn't. I was only going to be four children, and then because the first one was a girl, and the next three were boys, we were like, well, let's try to make one more girl. Came out a boy, and then the next one came out a boy. So it was done. No more children. One girl, five boys. Then the girl is the first one. No more children. Unless this wife, my new wife, unless she wants to have a baby, she can still have children if she wants to. Then I would try to make another baby for sure. Yeah, yeah. It's fun talking to you all. This is just totally awesome. I'm having a good time, and like I said, I'm just here at work doing my job. I can't say what kind of work. I do contract work for companies, to help other companies resolve problems. I'm a problem solver. So I can't say which company I work for or the contract that I'm working on right now, but I'm a problem solver. So who do I support, Palestine or Israel? Thank you for asking that question. Uh, I never thought about answering that question, so I do appreciate you asking me that question. I hope you all don't mind. I'm going to have a cigarette. It's tough, and let me tell you why. We know that Israel should not be where they are. There's no reason why Israel should be where it is. Um, yes, I have, Samir. Yes, I have a lot. um, Israel doesn't belong there. It was put there, and it should not be there. And I understand the political reasons why Israel was put there, but I think it's wrong. Um, I am, in America, as I said earlier, my mother's side is Native American, Seminole Indian, 100%. And they know what it's like to have people come into their land and take it over. My great 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 grandparents and uncles and aunts went through that. It's wrong to go into places and take over their land. And it's been that way. Oh, you did in college, huh? Cool. Um, it's been that way in so many different cultures. It's always been war because, as I mentioned earlier, man's ego, the need to be powerful, taking over. It's foolishness. Just leave people alone. So, first of all, Israel shouldn't be there. And if Israel wasn't there, there'd be no war, right? If Israel was not in Palestine, they would not be there. If they weren't in that part of that land, there would be no war. And for that reason, I say they should leave. They should leave that area. But those Khazarians, Jews, whatever they are called, and um, you know, they don't even know where to go back to, right? Like a lot of Black Americans, not all, but some Black Americans have no idea where they would go back to. Should everybody here be told to leave this land and leave it with the people who it belongs to? Now, that said, me growing up in Pennsylvania, I have multiple friends that are Jewish. And I use quotes in Jewish because it's not really their culture. And I still have one today, and he and I argue about this a lot. But he is also sympathetic. But he believes that Israel belongs where it is, and I don't. And that makes he and I have different opinions. They should not be there. Truth be told, I think they would have to go back to the Caucasus Mountains. Choose one, English or Hindi. What, language or culture? Because English is made up of everything else. Aren't the Seminoles one of the better off tribes? I heard they're doing pretty well for themselves. Some. So you got to remember too that the Seminole tribe was infiltrated as well. And a lot of people that call themselves American Indians today aren't American Indians. They're Europeans that mixed into it, created a mixed breed. Seminoles were more of this complexion, the originals were more of my complexion, which is light brown, than they look today. Some of them are doing well. Cherokee, they have casinos. Some of the Seminoles have businesses and stuff like that. Um, I lived in Pittsburgh as well. 15214 and 15208. Those are the zip codes I used to live in. But yeah, the Seminoles, some of them are doing pretty well, but not all. Reba Fluff. If you're thinking about those two things, God bless you. Yeah, Pittsburgh, 15214 and 15208. Whoever moved first is gay. Oh, really? Oh, you want to play that game? See, I'm at work. It'd be hard for me. I'd have to move at some point, so I'd end up being the one. But yeah, so thank you, Abdul, for that question. Yeah, it's a tough one, man. But I don't hate anybody. You know what I mean? Like, just we need to stop letting people put us against one another in this world. The 412 all day long. I don't know if I got my Pittsburgh. I don't know if I have any. Oh yeah, I do. I have something Pittsburgh right here. I got two things Pittsburgh right here. Here's one. Here's another. um, yeah. So we need to stop letting people put us against each other. Um, we have to get along in this world. And the people that's making the world be at war with each other, they're the ones that should be done away with. They should be put into a place or something. Something has to happen because it's all over greed. It's all over money and territory and resources, minerals, metals. You know, I would love to have you teach me some Hindi. I would love to have you teach me some Hindi. Absolutely. I only, like I said, I only know Namaste and Kim Cho. And Surindakal, I think was another word I learned, but I don't remember what that means now, and I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. But yeah, feel free. Um, yeah, Ascension. I need to learn. Okay. By the way, welcome to the chat, Ascension. I won't disagree. Or by Kesahai. Or by Kesahai. Did I say it the right way? Or by Kesahai. Did I say it the right way? Ha Or by Kesahai. Okay. I love a passing grade. Thank you. Thank you. What about Kesahai? I'll remember that because a lot of the stores that I go to are the people there are Indian. So they that's where I learned to make some of the dishes that I made. And I now have something else that I can say to them. What about Kesahai? I will be saying that. Is that northern India or is that southern? If I had to prefer to learn a language, would I prefer to learn German or Spanish? I would prefer first to learn Spanish completely, fluently, and I have many reasons. One is that I have one of my grandsons, Northern. Thank you. Um, or by case of highest from the Northern India. One of my grandsons is part Black American, part Latin American, and he speaks both. And then his father, my son, uh, makes music in Spanish and in English. And so I would like to learn more of the Spanish first. I think that's actually of all languages I would like to completely master first would be Spanish. And after Spanish, maybe French. But I also am very curious about learning Mandarin Chinese. Yeah. Anyway, Spanish would be my first choice. Okay, okay. I want to be the coolest guy in the room, so I'm with that. What about Kesai? I'm with that. That would be so nice. I'm gonna say it and see how it goes. Um, let me see. let's see, Hindi to English, or by Kesa High. Yep. And how is you, brother? Yep. That is too cool. Or by Kesa High. But yeah, Spanish would be my first choice. But I like to learn languages because I believe, first, I believe that most Black Americans, and I'm going to use the word Afro Indigenous, but Black Americans, okay, we are the ones who don't speak as many languages as everyone else in the world. Um, don't forget to tell my name because I also want to become the coolest guy in that room. I'm gonna tell him, man. I'm gonna say it was Samir Nath that taught me, man. I'll tell him. I'll make sure that I tell him that. But what was I saying there? I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, uh, Spanish. Oh yeah, man. I want to be able to speak to my grandson in full Spanish and understand everything my son says in his music. You know, I love his music. It's great music. It's not out to the public yet. He's still in the studio recording. As soon as it is, I'll come back on here and share. No, I'm not retired yet, unfortunately. I had a break in my career in 1994, 95. I was in a car accident and I almost died. And I broke my legs and neck and stuff and couldn't walk for a long time. It took me about 6 months of surgeries and then another about 6 months to learn how to walk again. And then it took a while before I could go back to work again, which is why I do this kind of work now because for a while the only work I could do was sit down and work. Now I can do anything, but um, so I'm not retired yet. I unfortunately that accident put a big hole in my career. Um, Probably going to be working for a while unless I sell a television show to a big network, then I can retire. Newport. I smoke Newports. Menthol, which is becoming outlawed in the United States. Hi, Tamira. They're going to outlaw menthol in the United States. It's already outlawed in California. So you can't buy menthol cigarettes there. So what you see in Georgia is a bunch of people going around buying cartons and selling them in California and in New York. Because in California, you can't get them, and in New York, they're very expensive. They're very cheap here, but they're very expensive in New York, and you cannot get them in California. They're illegal in California. Mm, yeah. So I have about 5 more minutes that I can stay on here, and then I have to get off. Unfortunately, I'm having so much fun with you guys um, that I don't want to, but I am still, like I said earlier, working my regular job, um, which they count on me to do a good job, and I have been doing that for a little while now. Here in the cigarette name, Chuti Gold is the famous one. Search for it, bro. Chuti Gold. Ah, Chuti Gold Flake. So it was called Gold Flake at one time, you know. Sorry for what? Oh no, don't be sorry, brother. It's okay. I'm happy with every experience I've had. You know, the car accident wasn't a bad thing. I was not living well at that time. I was not doing the right thing at that time. I wasn't always like a really good person, you know, and I was doing a lot of wrong. I was making a lot of money and I was wasting that money and not doing the right thing. And I looked at it as God stopping me, slowing me down, and it changed me, which it changed me for the better. I'm thankful. So, yeah, yo, you my man too, Samir. Straight up. Go ahead. One more question. I'm ready for it. I have about 3.5 minutes left. I'm ready for it. Yeah, Abdal, no worries. It's not a bad question. I'm okay with that. Life happens, especially if it makes us better people, then it was a good thing. Some of the best things in life that happen don't always look like the best things when it happens, but the result, that's what matters. I usually try to go on around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And this time, I don't know what time it is where you are. I think you said what is evening time there, Abdal. But around 1 p.m. So here, that would have been about an hour and 47 minutes ago. But today I got started late. So I will be going on at about 1 p.m. Western music since childhood. But what is the meaning of nigga? I really too. No, I don't know. Well, it's a long. That's a long um, explanation. Originally, the word as a slang word in the United States was meant to put black people down. It was a derogatory word, negative. Um, and then black people here sort of tried to take the word back and make it positive. In other words, you my nigga, stuff like that. Um, but the word started out to be just a derogatory term. But what they didn't understand was that it had some affiliation with Africa because of the Niger area, right? And then negus, another word, negus, which let me look up the definition of negus. Um, it says here spicy drink, but it was actually the title of a king in Ethiopia, negus. So once Black Americans discovered that, that's where we started to take the word and say, you know what, it means something to us bigger than the way that these people here tried to make it be against us. Unfortunately, it is still seen as a very negative word, and the wrong person saying it to the wrong person in the wrong place at the wrong time can lead to a very bad thing. Um, I use it with my friends. Um, but that's about it. I don't say it to people I don't know, even if they look like me. I don't say it to them. What's up, nigga? I don't know. I don't do that. I choose to only use with my friends. Yeah, and that's very sparingly. But yeah, and me and my sons, because they're adults, so we will say that. Um, much love to you, Samir. Much love to you, Abdul. Much love, Panda. Much love to everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I have had a great time. This is the best live that I've had so far, and I just want to thank you all. It was absolutely fun. So thank you so much. Hi, Nathan. Unfortunately, we're logging off now. Everyone, you have a great day or a great night, and I will see you next time. All right. Thank you so much. Take care. Be good.